in charge of presidency. Our deputy treasurer, Mr. Kato, is behind there. Ladies and gentlemen, today is a special day. This is the first press conference since Masaka. You all know what happened in Masaka. It is a very big story that is running. For us, it wasn't news, but for you, it was a very important news. The people were quite surprised. We are surprised why Ugandans are surprised that we are that powerful. Honorable Mabike is the one that likes numbers. He will tell you that we did not even operate at 100% in Masaka. If you want to see how we operate at 100%, you wait for us in the coming elections. That is when you'll see how DF operates. So those of you who think that we operated at 100% in Masaka, you'll be surprised at what it means for the DF to operate at 100%. But today, I want to take this honor, singular honor, to invite the president, the youngest president of the youngest party, Right Honorable Okitoy Oweekitiibwa Ladit Muchunguzi Mathias Mpuuga Nsamba to speak to you.
Thank you, Comrade Boa. Our Mobilization Secretary, the media elected to take over my space. I'll behave like a choir member and hold my booklet. Colleagues, leaders of the DF, led by the national chairman, friends from the media, my pleasure to welcome you this morning and speak to you on behalf of the DF. First of all, I would like to use this platform to thank you, the media, for bringing to bear any doubts about what the DF is and clarifying to the country what it is not. Because before our inaugural conference in Masaka and subsequent launch of the party, there was a lot of misrepresentation. Of course, on a larger part, deliberate, misrepresenting the DF in various spaces. But I think the events in Masaka stood us instead to render clarity to any doubting Thomases as to what we are. I want to thank you for your presence for the 2 days in the Masaka. 2 days of making history, because for a party barely 50 days of existence, to pull off a feat that magnitude is to us something we thank heavens for. But of course, to us who work with the DF, there was no accident in Masaka. That was an outcome of deliberate work. Deliberate, step-by-step work. And they want to stand here and assure the country that our journey will be a journey of intentional, deliberate, well-calculated, well-thought-out activities intended to build this young platform and turn it into a world beater. And I have no doubt that with this team and others not here, we'll be able to change the fortunes of our politics and change the face of this country in terms of leadership. So I want to thank everybody who supported us through the events in Masaka. And for us, Masaka was just the beginning of so many good times ahead of us. If anybody thought that the DF is an anecdote or a footnote in Ugandan politics, I think now they have to go and edit their prejudicial presumptions about the DF. Definitely, we still see a lot of misinformation about us. But if you're not speaking about the DF, what is there to speak about? I think whoever is misinforming the world about us, you are forgivable. But increasingly, and as we progress, you'll be able to edit your pages. Otherwise, you'll be the laggard and the odd man out. Because the facts about the DF are all over the world to see. Having said that, and having thanked everybody who supported us, and of course extended a bit of pity to those who were undermining our effort, we are here also to communicate the following few issues on behalf of the DF. Initially, to confirm what the Secretary General communicated in Masaka, that on the National Executive Committee, there are unfilled positions, important positions. We intend to fill them in the coming weeks after adequate consultations have been made, because our platform is a consultative platform, because it's composed of multiple stakeholders, and therefore any position filled is the consequence of a consensus after consultation. So any citizens out there that have been agitated that their position is not filled, it's not intentional, but it is purposeful to make sure that every position filled is consequential and the occupant is not occupying space, but a serious person to be part of this platform, to be a leader on the platform, and be able to perform a role that we expect of them to do. On Friday this week, in these spaces, on this ground, we shall hold a swearing ceremony for the National Executive Committee. So I humbly invite you in earnest at 10 o'clock on Friday on the swearing ceremony of the National Executive Committee. That ceremony is not a ritual, it's constitutional, it's obligatory, it's statutory, and therefore we shall undertake it because the person who will take oath that day are going to be discharging a public duty, and therefore they must, as of necessity and law, take a public oath, pledging to do the duty which they are obligated to undertake. So all members of NEC not here this morning are duly informed. Of course, the Secretariat will communicate formally to these members to attend that ceremony on Friday at 10 o'clock in these grounds. Thirdly, we have started as a young party to roll out a membership recruitment drive, and we clarified in Masaka, and I'm here to clarify again on the nature of membership that you can be a part of as part of the DF. The DF membership is classified, and the classification is not intended to create a party of classes, but instead to create levels of support for the party, because we are building a mass party supported by citizens, because we are not going to grow potatoes and maize to support the party. The party will be supported to stand and undertake its activities, its mandate, via the support of its legitimate members. A party can have voters, a party can have supporters, but every party needs members. It's the members that sustain the party and its activities. Therefore, the DF has a category of ordinary members. Those members will be able to be given a membership card, The membership card we classified as a membership of 2,000 shillings annually for you to support the activities of a party. Secondly, you'll have bronze membership. A bronze member will be able to pay 5,000 shillings monthly to support the party, and you'll get a bronze card. Thirdly, you'll have a silver member. We call those sustaining members, those who pay monthly. A sustaining member who is silver will subscribe 10,000 shillings monthly, sustain the party, and you get a silver membership card. I exhibited these cards in the last presser. They are plastic cards, not paper cards, at all levels, including ordinary members. The fourth category will be the golden members. A golden member subscribes by paying and supporting the party, by sustaining the party with a subscription monthly of 10,000 shillings. And you'll get a golden card as a sustaining member. Then fifth, we'll have a platinum sustaining member. A platinum sustaining member supports the party with 1,000,000 shillings and above annually. Then you will be a platinum party sustaining member. On this occasion, I would like to most honestly thank already members that have subscribed. We have not issued any cards, but people have already subscribed by filling forms, because these are plastic cards. They cannot be printed in earnest. You fill a form with your particulars, then we present them to the suppliers of these cards where particulars are inscribed, and therefore a card is issued. I would like to thank those who have already filled the forms. The forms are available at the headquarters, at our regional offices, so far confirmed at Kampala here, Namirembe, in Masaka, in Jinja, in Soroti, and other places. And I think the Mobilises secretary will be able to, or secretary or the secretary general will be able to clarify that detail of the opened offices so far, where one can go and fill forms to sustain the party that far. We hope, and we are going to roll out a membership drive to mobilize members. We call it the roaring members or roaring branches. A branch in the constitution of the party begins at the constituency. However, the conference ended in Masaka allowed the National Executive Committee to come up with other measures of expanding the party network. And one of the most recent or the latest innovations and innovation of the National Executive Committee is to create what we call roaring branches. These are intended to recruit and enlist membership from people who work in clusters, the professionals, the informal sector. For instance, if you are in a garage or garages in one place and you have 100 members, you can constitute a branch and you'll be given a branch number. If you are professionals, you are lawyers, you are doctors, you are teachers, and you are 100 in number, you form a branch and shall give you a branch number, and accordingly give you a reporting framework on how you're going to relate with the headquarters. That is intended to make it easy for members intending to participate and grow this party to participate in party activities. The rest will be rolled out, and the details of how and what you do as a branch of 100 shall be provided in the details that the NEC will roll out. I thought that should be clarified, that this is the party of citizens, it's a mass party, and therefore it's our obligation to make it easy and possible and feasible for citizens to participate in the activities of this party. The issue relating to nomination of intending later on maybe the Secretary General or the Organizing Secretary or the Chairperson, one of the two, to come and clarify what's going on, how much each pays. I have seen misrepresentation of the DF. You see, the DF is really sweet. Whoever has nothing to do writes about the DF, and we enjoy it. Please be informed, oh, they are not these ones here, that we enjoy the fact that we are occupying you and giving you business. But I'll ask our team leaders here to come and clarify, because already we have people having to apply for positions as candidates, and therefore we need a very clear outlay of what you need to come and be a candidate of the DF in various positions. And I want to clarify this: we have not gazetted any position to anybody or for anyone. All electoral positions are available, and the beauty about the DF constitution is that even the presidential candidate position is open. Being president does not make you an automatic presidential candidate. Okay? Every member, every registered member of the party has a chance at becoming a presidential candidate. So we do not have any gazetted positions, any preserved positions. We don't have any privileged persons in the DF. So all of you out there, please be informed that you have a chance at coming and asking or requesting to be the flag bearer of the DF in any position. The other thing I will clarify to inform you is that we shall have our first conference, broad national, not internal conference, but an open air meeting at the DF in Kampala on the 18th of this month. For the first time to speak to the country after the launch of the party. And we shall be rolling out these meetings, public meetings, in the coming weeks. We shall be in Kampala. The venue will be communicated in due course, but the date is 18th of July. We shall be in Jinja on the 1st of August. Those two have been confirmed thus far. So Jinja, the Busoga people, Kodeyo, will be coming to Busoga on 1st of August to speak to the people of Busoga as the DF after our inauguration and launch. My last communication to you, citizens, is that on behalf of the DF, I'm here to re-echo and recommit on behalf of the party our readiness, our preparedness to work with all forces of change in this country. We are ready, we are prepared to listen, to even be advised, to participate as the DF in undertakings jointly by the opposition to see a common charge at change. We recommit, and like we said in Masaka, there are simply so many challenges that we need to confront jointly as the opposition. And no single platform in the opposition should step out there and wiseacre that they are ready to go it alone. It would be a serious misrepresentation of reality. At the DF, we work realistically, we speak realistically, we have a deep understanding of the challenges around us, and therefore we have our new proposals we shall pass on to our colleagues on the other platforms, alternate platforms, but our readiness is hereby exhibited and communicated. And if